Russell Dominic Peters is a Canadian comedian and actor. He began performing in Toronto in 1989 and won a Gemini Award in 2008. He has set records for sales and attendance at a comedian's performance, in 2007 the first comedian to sell out Toronto's Air Canada Centre, in 2009 a sales record in London, in 2010 attracting the largest audience in Australia for a stand-up comedy show. Early life: Russell Peters was born in Toronto, Ontario to Eric and Maureen Peters. When he was 4, the family moved to nearby Brampton. His older brother Clayton now serves as Peters' manager. His family is Catholic and of Indian ancestry. His late father was born in Bombay, India, and worked as a federal meat inspector. Peters regularly features stories about him in his comedy work. Peters attended Chinguacousy Secondary School for grades 9 a €10, and North Peel Secondary School in Bramalea, for grades 11 a €12. In school, he was regularly bullied because of his ethnicity. He eventually learned boxing, which helped him resist the bullying. Peters also became a hip-hop junkie in his youth. By the 1990s, he was a well-connected DJ in the Toronto scene. Career: Peters began performing in Toronto in 1989. His popularity extends to several countries, as he has since also performed in the United Kingdom, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Afghanistan, Sweden, South Africa, India, Caribbean countries, Philippines, Vietnam, China, Sri Lanka, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Jordan, Denmark, Norway, Lebanon, Oman, the Netherlands and Malaysia, among other places. In 1992, Peters met comedian George Carlin, one of his biggest influences, who advised him to get on stage whenever and wherever possible. He said he took that advice to heart, and I think that's the reason I am where I am now. In 2007, 15 years later, he hosted one of Carlin's last shows before his death the following year. Peters attributes a performance he did on the Canadian TV comedy show Comedy Now. In 2004, which was uploaded onto YouTube and became viral, as the turning point in his career. While the initial video upload featured his performance in its 45-minute entirety, subsequent videos uploaded by other YouTube users were snippets of that performance, chopped into each of the cultural groups he targeted. According to Peters, those snippets made their way to those specified cultural groups, and were well received by them. The video and its viral nature was referenced by Peters on the DVD performance of his show Outsourced, when he entered and jokingly addressed the audience with "Look at you, you filthy downloaders." Notable performances: in 2007, Peters was the first comedian to sell out Toronto's Air Canada Centre, with more than 16,000 tickets sold in 2 days for the single show. He ended up selling over 30,000 tickets nationally over the 2-day sales period. He broke a UK comedy sales record at London's O2 Arena when he sold over 16,000 tickets to his show in 2009. His show in Sydney, Australia on May 15, 2010 had an audience of 13,880, making it the largest stand-up comedy show in Australian history. Peters' performances on May 5 for Euro 6, 2012 in Singapore also set attendance records for a single stand-up comedian at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. He hosted the Canada Day Comedy Festival 2006. Peters participated in a USO tour of Iraq, Afghanistan, Germany, Africa and Greenland in November 2007 with Wilma Valderrama and Myra Veronica. Peters also currently produces and stars on the radio situation comedy series, Monsoon House, on CBC Radio 1. Peters was the host of the 2008 Juno Awards televised ceremonies in Calgary on April 6, 2008, for which he won a Gemini Award for Best Performance or Host in a Variety Program or Series. The 2008 awards broadcast received the second highest ratings ever for the program. He was asked to host the Juno Awards for a second year in a row. The 2009 Juno Awards took place in Vancouver on March 29, 2009. On September 28, 2013, Peters was awarded the 2013 Trailblazer Award by SAMMA, the Association of South Asians in Media, marketing and entertainment, for his contributions to the world of comedy. He is among the first South Asians to enter the field and has become one of the most successful comedians in the industry. Also in 2011 he was awarded the Top Comedian Award. DVDs and book. His debut comedy album Outsourced is from his performance aired on Comedy Central on August 26, 2006. The DVD version is uncensored. The DVD has been popular, especially in Canada, selling over 100,000 copies. Outsourced remained on the national DVD chart over 1.5 years after release. Peters released a second DVD-CD combo, Red, White and Brown, in Canada on September 30, 2008, and in the US on January 27, 2009. The album was recorded on February 2, 2008, at the WAMU Theatre in Madison Square Garden. Peters and his brother Clayton self-produced and financed Red, White and Brown. In May 2011, Peters released the Green Car Tour, Live from the O2 Arena, a live performance recorded in front of a total audience of 30,000, over 2 nights of performances at O2 Arena in London, England. The show was directed by Dave Higbee, who had produced Outsourced. On October 26, 2010, Peters published his autobiography, Call Me Russell, co-written with his brother Clayton and Dennis Cormiers. Earnings. According to Forbes, Peters earned an estimated $15 million between June 2009 and June 2010, continuing his run as one of the highest-paid comedians, after earning an estimated $5 million the prior year. He was ranked as the third highest-paid comedian by Forbes. Comedic style. Russell Peters' stand-up performances feature observational comedy, where he uses humor to highlight racial, ethnic, class and cultural stereotypes. He often refers to his own life experiences growing up in an Indian family. He impersonates various English accents of different groups in his act to poke fun at each group. As Peters told an audience in San Francisco, "I don't make the stereotypes, I just see them." Peters uses his minority status to allow him to poke fun at different races in his performance but, according to a 2006 interview with The National, he does not intend to put down or offend different races and cultures. He tries to raise them up through humor. Peters is widely known for his punchline, "Somebody gonna get a hurt real bad." It ends a joke he tells about his childhood with a traditional Malayali father, who used corporal punishment on his sons. Another punchline he utilizes is "Be a man. Do the right thing," which details a story of a Chinese man trying to get him to pay more for an item at a shop. Personal life. Peters had dated actress Sunny Leone for a brief period in 2008. He proposed to girlfriend Monica Diaz on July 10, 2010, at the Los Angeles International Airport and announced their engagement via Twitter. The couple married on August 20, 2010 at a Little White Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas. The wedding was attended by about 20 guests, including an Elvis impersonator. Soon after, Peters told the Canadian press that Diaz was pregnant, saying, "Did I get married because she was knocked up? I would say that expedited it." Their daughter Chrissy Anna Marie Peters was born 2 months early on December 14, 2010. In a March 2012 interview, Peters revealed that he and Diaz were divorcing. Peters lives in Los Angeles and owns 2 homes there. He also owns homes in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Vaughan, Ontario. Peters has shared his wealth, contributing $500,000 to a hospital. Interested in education. In 2010, Peters established the Russell Peters North Peel Scholarship, an award worth up to $20,000 and intended to finance up to 3 years of college. It will be awarded annually to a student from Judith Newman Secondary School with a strong academic record and the intention of attending college. Works. Discography. Outsourced. Red, White and Brown, The Green Car Tour, Live from the O2 Arena, Film and Television. Peters has appeared in many films. He acted in the Punjabi Canadian Breakaway, alongside Camilla Bell, Anupam Kher, and Vinay Vermani. That year he also acted in Duncan Jones's Source Code as Max, an amateur comedian with a bad attitude. And as Pervious in National Lampoon's 301, The Legend of Awesomest Maximus. He appeared in Senior Skip Day, which starred Larry Miller, Tara Reid, and Gary Lundy. That year he was also in The Take as Dr. Sharma. Earlier he had cameo roles in Bo Wazek as Snake's friend, Tiger Claws 3 as Detective Elliot, My Baby's Daddy as the obstetrician, and Quarter Life Crisis as Dilip Kumar. Peters has guest starred on the TV series, Mr. D, as the school superintendent. In 2011 he starred in a TV Christmas special, A Russell Peters Christmas, which aired in Canada. Guests included Michael Bublé copyright, Pamela Anderson, and John Lovitz among others. It had the highest number of viewers of any CTV Canadian holiday special. Filmography, Bo Wazek and a Euro Snake's Friend, Tiger Claws 3 a Euro Debt. Elliot, My Baby's Daddy a Euro Obstetrician, Quarter Life Crisis a Euro Dilip Kumar, Let's All Hate Toronto a Euro Himself, Heckler a Euro Himself, The Take a Euro Dr. Sharma, Senior Skip Day a Euro Uncle Todd, The Con Artist a Euro Pogue, Bobby Khan's Ticket to Hollywood a Euro Jack the Store Manager, Source Code a Euro Max Danoff, The Legend of Awesomest Maximus a Euro Pervious, Breakaway a Euro Sunu, New Year's Eve a Euro Chef Sunil, Girl in Progress a Euro Emil, The History of Canadian Humor a Euro Himself, Ribbit a Euro Deepak, Chef A. Euro Miami Cop, Television, Comedy Now. The Jack Doherty Show, the 4th Annual Canadian Comedy Awards, Lord have mercy. Comedy Now. The 5th Annual Canadian Comedy Awards, Royal Canadian Air Farce, Just for Laughs, CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival, Comics Unleashed, Video on Trial, Pulse, The Daisy Beat, Just for Laughs, 2008 Juno Awards, Def Comedy Jam, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Comics Without Borders, The Hour, the 9th Annual Canadian Comedy Awards, The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, 2009 Juno Awards, Russell Peters Presents 2009, the 10th Annual Canadian Comedy Awards, Cedric the Entertainer's Urban Circus, The Hour, The Dating Guy, 42nd NAACP Image Awards, Lopez Tonight, A Day in the Life. The Green Room with Paul Provenza, George Stroumboulopoulos Tonight, 26th Annual Gemini Awards, The Marilyn Dennis Show, 8 out of 10 Cats A Russell Peters Christmas, George Stroumboulopoulos Tonight, Bob's Burgers, The Burn with Jeff Ross, Mr. D. Russell Peters, Notorious, Books, Call Me Russell a Euro ISBN 0-385-66965-8, References. External links, Official website, Russell named first Toronto Ambassador, Russell Peters at the Internet Movie Database.